So we're gonna look at each other. You're not gonna look at the camera.
Oh man.
So you're just gonna look at me.
This goes against all my training of doing photography. Stephanie's like, look at the camera. I'm like, no. And now that if you would have just said, hey, look at the camera, I would be like, Now I'm just like.
Look at there. Oh, first actually look at the camera and introduce yourself. So that's what's gonna happen first.
Hey, I'm Michael Kanda of Happy Bear Cooking. So today I have been on a big udon noodle kick, and so I made a mushroom dashi. I put a bunch of different mushrooms. We have maitake mushrooms, chestnuts, shiitakes, wood ears, king trumpets, fried tofu in there, some bok choy, and yeah, I guess it would be a mushroom udon soup.
So how did Happy Bear start?
So it started because of my girlfriend. She's a vegan and has been a vegan for I think 5 or 6 years now. And when we first started dating on our first date, I go, hey, I'm a butcher, does that bother you? She goes, no, I'm a vegan, does that bother you? I was like, no. So we set up like a few little like ground rules where I was like, I'll eat vegan food as long as I don't have to eat fake meat or eat like, and I get to make it. And so that's kind of been our policy. I started cooking stuff and she's like, hey, this is really good, you need to post it. And I was like, eh. And then finally she's like, I'm posting this now and I'm making you a Happy Bear thing. And it's done very well since we started it, I think in February.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, the cakes are fabulous.
Yeah, that's kind of funny in itself because when I first started, I was like, I don't want to make cakes, Stephanie. And she's like, okay. And then now all I do is make cakes. I don't mind it as much as I thought I would. But yeah, making cakes are a lot of fun. I get to experiment a lot with those.
So has this made you eat more vegan since y'all been dating? You've been making these items, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of shied away from eating a lot of meat. I was always more of or I guess in my adult life I was more of a veggie person, but I had been vegan before I met Stephanie before. It just never stuck, but I still eat pretty much vegan. Like whenever we eat at the house, I eat vegan, and then whenever we go out, I just eat whatever I want, and it's worked out. It's been good. I have no problems with it, but sometimes I have to cook a lot. That's about it.
So, where did you learn how to cook? What's your background on that?
So I kind of grew up cooking, but when I really got into it, I was like 19, 20, living in South Florida during the recession, and I was extremely poor.
Weren't we all?
Yeah, probably, but I was really poor, and I always liked to eat good food, and being half Arabic, like food had been a very important thing in my life, and so I was like, I gotta eat good food. I can't afford to go out and eat, so I'm just gonna, learn how to cook things myself. And I tried making everything from scratch, and that just carried over into everything that I did. Once I got a good firm hold on what I was doing, I started moving and looking for things to learn, like butchery, baking. I made cheese, just kind of the works, and that's how I kind of learned how to cook, was through the industry.
What does Happy Bear do?
Our main thing is making cakes. That's our most popular thing, and that's what we do throughout the weeks. We do some pop-ups too, and some catering, and we're looking to do more of them in the coming year. It's been a lot of fun doing pop-ups and having an overwhelming support come out and support us. Yeah.
Because your pop-up's been fun. You had one at the Meteor.
Yeah.
And I got the lasagna, which was fabulous.
I pretty much made a lot of food, and me and Stephanie were talking. I was like, I mean, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of food left over, and we're gonna have to eat this for like the next couple of weeks. And she's like, it'll be okay. We'll just eat it for the next few weeks. We sold out within a couple hours, and I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I guess we'll make more next time. So it was really nice to see that many people come out and support us.
Yeah, the vegan community has really been growing in Arkansas. So yeah, you're gonna sell out.
Yeah, I mean, coming from a different world, I always kind of doubted the vegan community, but they have come out and supported it a lot. I think there is a big change coming, and there's not too much happening here as far as vegan food, and so kind of getting in here and helping get some stuff going, like it's growing the community and helping kind of bring rise to a vegan community that can be successful here.
Yeah. Michael, tell us about your cooking classes that you have.
Yeah, so we offer cooking classes, and we'll have usually about 1 to 4 people come in, and I'll teach them whatever vegan recipe they want to learn, and kind of talk them through what I'm doing and my thought process, and try to help give them some tips to take home and use in their lives to make good vegan food. Yeah.
So what are your goals with Happy Bear?
So I guess the original goal for Happy Bear was to kind of help bridge the gap between conventional diets and vegan diets. I'm not vegan, but I do eat a lot, so I think making food more accessible to people who aren't vegan, to where they can eat something and they're like, hey, this is good food, and it's also vegan, not being like, hey, this is good vegan food. Mm-hmm. So that was the first goal, and I think the end goal for us is to eventually have a restaurant somewhere in Little Rock. We're keeping our eyes on that one. It's still probably a little ways off, but that's definitely where we want to be at.
Yeah, that would be great. I'll be there all the time.
We'll have a personal seat.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So, how can people get in contact with you, do cooking classes, order cakes? How can I get in contact with you?
We mainly use Instagram, Happy Bear Cooking, and we also have a Facebook, which you can contact us on either one of those. We try to stay super responsive on that, so you can send us a message on either one, and we can get cakes, cooking classes, or anything else that you need.
Michael, thank you for being on our vlog with us today.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.